What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back to bring you guys my week 3 results of my 0 to 100k challenge. Now, for those of you who are new around here, my challenge is to go from 0 to 100k made from January 1st to December 31st throughout 2021. So it's going to be a great ride, it's going to be a wild ride, and in today's video I'll just kind of give you guys a recap, a rundown of how my portfolio ran out throughout week 3 of this year. I'll show you guys what I did good, what I did bad, what I could have done better, and what I'm going to do going forward. Now, of course, as always, I'm going to also break down a few trades I made. And for those of you who are wondering, I made options trades and I also purchased stocks for long-term holds. But we're going to dive into all of that in just a second. Now, before we do that, I do want to inform you guys that I'm not actually sure when this video is coming out, because as you guys have probably seen in the last couple of days, I've had a few technical difficulties, so I'm taking my laptop to the shop. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to see this Sunday or Monday, but it is a shame. I'm sorry to inform you guys that there will not be any money motivation for this week. So you could probably use this video as your money motivation when you see what happened with my trades. But like I said, some technical difficulties are holding me back, and I've been caught up with the videos recently. So unfortunately, no money motivation for this week. But of course, I'm sure you guys want to see how week 3 panned out after my first week where I made 26,000, before my second week where I lost 10,700. And I'm sure you guys are just as intrigued as I was to see how week 3 would pan out. So let's dive into my phone, let's see how the week panned out, and let's see if I was able to recover from the huge deficits that I suffered in week 2. Alright, so let's take a look at how week 3 panned out. So as you guys can see, after my huge losses during week 2, we managed to bounce back in week 3. Now, after week 2 ended, I needed to make $1,800 consistently for the rest of the year to reach my goal of 100k by December. As you can see, we smashed that this week, and not only did we bounce back from a terrible week, but we came back and we did really well. So let's just have a look at how the week panned out. As you guys can see, we're up over $6,600 throughout this week. So week 3 was definitely a success, and I'm sure you guys are very happy to hear that. After week 1, you guys thought I was going to fly through this challenge. After week 2, some of you guys are thinking, well, does this guy really know what he's doing? How is week 3 going to pan out? And as I mentioned, as you guys can see, week 3 went extremely well. So to start off with, of course, Monday was not actually a trading day. Monday was Martin Luther King Day, so there was no trading. So I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to make some trades throughout the week. So the week obviously started pretty slow because there was no movement on Monday, and Tuesday arrived and we saw a little bit of some nice movement. Now, throughout Tuesday, I saw a bit of nice movement, but I did not trade too much. The actual gains you saw on Tuesday were from trades I had placed in the previous week. So it's kind of like bouncing back from my original losses. So I didn't really trade too much. Now, Wednesday came along and we took a little bit of a hit, I'll be honest with you guys. Now, when that hit happened, I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to overtrade. I don't want to do what I did last week. So I was a little bit cautious, a little bit wary of what I was doing, but I did place a couple trades at that point, which we'll take a look at in a second. As you can see, throughout the rest of that day, we did okay, and we closed out pretty strong. Now, the kind of gains you're about to see from Thursday and Friday were really what saved my week. Now, by the time Thursday actually rolled around and we were into market open and been trading a few hours, I was actually only up about $500. I had not done that much. Now, I do want to point out that during the end of Thursday is where things really started to kick off. And that's for a few different reasons. Again, we're going to see them in a minute when it comes to my trades. I did make some trades and you started to see some movement. So we closed out the day strong on Thursday. Now, you remember when I said I needed $1,800 to make on a consistent basis throughout the rest of the year? Well, by the end of Thursday, we had made around that. So I was actually on target for my goal for the rest of the week. But Friday, the market did its thing and it was good to me. Friday was when you see that huge spike. Yes, Friday was when things really started to kick into gear. And you guys can probably imagine a few options trades made that happen. A few stocks like NEO starting to rise with not only my 2 option calls, but also the shares of the stock I hold in itself. Yes, those started to make the portfolio really rise. And the good news is, yes, right there, we closed out the week right at market close with just under $6,700 profit. So it was definitely a success this time. So now let's take a look at some of the options plays I had and how those did during the week. So I'm sure you guys already knew I had 2 NEO calls placed, which had been placed a few weeks ago, and I still held them onto this past week. And you can see they're both up right now and they're doing pretty well for me. Also had a few different other option plays there, but the main one I want to point out here, well, there's 2 I want to point out, but there's really one that's really done the business for me this week. And that obviously is GameStop. If you guys saw the improvisation video I made a couple days ago, that was GameStop. And yeah, you guys can see it right. I put $600 into this stock on Wednesday, and there was a time on Friday where this stock was bringing me back around $4,000, just under $4,000. That trade itself brought me a lot of returns on Friday. As you can see, over $2,000 returns just on Friday itself. So that trade itself, that call option, was enough to cover the whole week of what I needed to profit. So that was a great trade. Now, I'm holding that into week 4, so we'll see how that pans out. But I also wanted to point out another option call I made, which was on Virgin Galactic. Yes, I placed a similar trade to this in week 2, and Virgin Galactic had been good to me. I saw it dip, and I thought, you know what? Why not take advantage of it? You know, when it dipped, I saw the premiums going at $2.50 for Virgin Galactic. I said, yes, I'll take that. As you can see, they're now at $4.20, so they've almost doubled, and it's definitely brought me back a solid return. So a few of those plays there are what I did well throughout the week. So the highs and lows of the week. Well, the lowest point I was at during the week was down $15.69. And the highest point I was at during the week was the very end of the trading week. So actually at market close on Friday, and that was up $6,695. So it was a pretty good week. I did not have to panic at all. I didn't have to worry at all. I didn't have to do anything to save my portfolio this time. It was a pretty solid week, and Friday trading day just took us to a great place. So we're sitting at comfortably going into week 4. So yeah, it was a really good week. But as I always tell you guys, there's always room for improvement. So what could I have done better? Well, there are 2 things I want to point out. The Neo call option you saw there, I could have taken profits when they reached a solid price point that I was happy with, because you don't know what's happening over the weekend. You know, I'd always tell you guys, be careful when you hold options over the weekend. If that goes and falls on Monday, I could be in a bit of trouble. So potentially I should have capitalized on those gains on Friday, but we're not to know that yet. GameStop is the other one. I did well to buy that for $600, see it shoot up to almost $4,000. Now, I won't say I did something bad, but what I'll say I could have done is obviously set a sell limit at maybe $39 or $35 or just somewhere along there. Now, as you guys saw, it dropped back down to $28. And of course, I bought it for $6. So I'm still in the profit either way. But again, you guys know, if you hold on to calls too long, you can get clapped. And if GameStop happens to fall 7-8% Monday, of course, I'll still have profit, but a lot of the unrealized profit that I had there will be gone. So maybe that's something I could have done better. Now, one thing I want to point out is I also purchased shares of companies during the week. So one was Dare Biosciences. Now, what I did really wrong there was purchasing it at market open on that day when you saw it shot up, and I bought my shares for $3.30 per share. As you guys saw, yeah, it did shoot up to $3.50 per share within a few minutes. But the rest of the week, after I purchased it, it didn't go above $3 again. So what did I do wrong there? Getting into a stock too early. I do have a long-term vision for this stock, and I don't see any problem with holding it, but I could have got it at a way lower cost. Yes, I tell you sometimes to buy higher and sell higher. But in this case, if I could just have waited, not been so impatient at market open, then I would definitely have got in at 280, 285 or wherever. Now you guys see it's trading at 284, and again, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but let's say this drops to 250. Well, I could have even lowered my cost basis there. So in those situations, it's best to be patient. Sometimes there's a lot of hype around stocks, or you're hearing a lot of news and you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to miss this one. Just like what happened with GameStop, where a lot of people thought, you know what, I've missed it. There are times when these stocks dip and they come back down. So you just got to be wary of that. So that's something I could have done better, because I lost myself $400 within a few days. But it's okay, because I'm holding this for long term and I'm sure it will be going up eventually. Now, what do I plan on doing going forward into this week, into week 4? Well, the first 3 weeks overall, I've been pretty successful. You know, we're about 29% of the way there to my 100K within the first few weeks. So I'm going to be very cautious this week. I'm going to take a much more cautious approach. I'm also going to be very particular with the Neo call options I have, because they expire this coming week. Added to that, I'm going to watch what GameStop does, because that had such a huge percentage gain in a single day. You know, we saw the stock rise 70, 72% within a single day period. So I'm going to see what happens with that, because if it falls heavily, that will have a huge effect on my option. And if it falls, you know, a crazy amount, which I very highly doubt it will, then I might even see my call option in the negative. Again, that's very unlikely, but it's just kind of things that can happen. So I'm going to watch those two closely, Neo and GameStop. I'm also going to be looking at new opportunities with a few different stocks. I know you guys wanted to hear those. So one is APXT. That's one I'm going to be looking at very closely this week. And then there's 2 more. One is BNGO and one is Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. So why BNGO and why Nano Dimension? Well, these were 2 stocks that I wanted to buy on Thursday, and I was going to buy them at market close on Thursday. I thought, you know what, let me wait until Friday. Friday, they both shot up over 12%, and I felt like I'd kind of missed out. But I didn't rush into them. I decided, you know what, I'll wait, let them do what they do over the weekend. I think they're both up after hours, so we'll see what happens. But going into this week, those are 3 different stocks I'm looking at very closely. Now, when I say looking at closely, I'm talking about purchasing the stocks themselves and also maybe playing some option trades. Of course, you guys know I already have a Nano Dimension stock. I've already purchased it at $8.70 per share. So it's pretty nice that it's continuing to rise up. But BNGO, I've not purchased yet. I've been looking at it from $2.10, unbelievably. And APXT, I've also not purchased yet. But those would be 3 I'll be looking at this week. Added to that, I do want to give you guys a bonus stock I'm looking at this week, and that is Golden Nugget, ticker symbol GNOG. You guys may have seen there, I had a call option play on it for February. We'll see how it goes out. But if the stock does drop to a price point that I'm happy with, then I'm definitely going to be buying in. I've already set my limit price for that, so hopefully it gets filled. But of course, that will also have repercussions for the option trade I've already placed in it. So it's kind of an interesting situation. Now, as I've told you guys multiple times, if you guys want to do this 0 to 100K challenge, feel free, join in, be my guest. Also, for those of you who are new around here, make sure you guys drop that thumbs up, show me you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I've been having technical difficulties recently. I'm recording this video, editing this video, and uploading this video is going to be a very tough task. I already know that right now. But eventually it's going to get out to you guys, so I know you guys are going to watch it and enjoy it. So like I said, drop that thumbs up if you guys did appreciate this. Also make sure to comment, share, and also hit the red button if you're new around here. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We're continuing to grow. I want us to continue growing and help more people get to a position where they're interested in investing in stocks. They can do it without worrying, and they start growing their money during this pandemic. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. Again, I'm so sorry there's no money motivation this week, but this can be your money motivation. You know, bouncing back from losses, that's your money motivation for this week. So make sure if you had any losses last week, you bounce back in style. Lastly, I do want to say there are many links in the description. Join my free Discord. It is completely free. You don't have to pay. There's a few of us who, you know, it's just starting to grow, and we'll just see how it goes. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That's it from me. Week 3 was good. Let's see how week 4 goes. I got money making. You've got money making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.